Well, I hope everybody's having a great day. We're back at it again down here. We're actually working on the buggy again as normal. Trying to get some stuff knocked out on it today. What I'm going to do today first is I'm not going to put a new ignition switch in here. I decided to do something different. I'm going to put this toggle switch somewhere right in this region. We'll get that put in, and that's going to be a ground to the coil that'll just turn the engine off. So hopefully that'll help slow a damn sorry ass thief down. Nothing I can't stand more than a thief. So another theft deterrent, I hope. Deterrent. I'm gonna while we're in here, because I had to be in here anyway, I'm going to figure out why my oil pressure gauge isn't reading. All right, I got her up and running. I got the oil pressure gauge. It's now working, as you can see down here. Pretty stoked about that. I had two wires backwards, so there you go. It's kind of hard to see in there when it's tucked way up inside the console. So now I'm going to do a test run on the kill switch, which is right here. That'll be my kill switch, on and off switch. I'm going to hook it up, and then I'm going to flip the switch and see if it kills the engine. Okay, so it's test time. I'm going to turn my ignition switch off. I'll turn my fuel pump off, and ha! Works perfect. I think that'd be a good little theft deterrent. Well, the electrical gremlins keep attacking me, I guess. I went to shut it off with the switch. Again, I was just doing another test run, and I turned the fuel pump off, turned the switch off, and the thing shut off without me having to hit the ground out switch. So I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, why wasn't it doing it before? I mean, the switch was showing that it wasn't working. Now it's working. I don't know, but I'm still gonna wire up that switch. I'm done. I don't want to take these chances while I'm out driving around dealing with crap. So I guess I want to call it a day for today. Tomorrow actually is going to be a cool day. We're actually going to be going checking out some cool classic cars up an hour north of here. So stay tuned for that. Well, today we're actually going to go look at some cool cars for my dad. He's actually wanting to look around at some stuff. So we're going to head up and look at some cool cars. I got my Mini-Me hanging out in the back seat here. And I guess let's get rolling. We'll pick him up. We made it. Checking out this 70 Roadrunner. What do you think? You see you and Pam driving around in that? They got a lot of cars. They got cars in here on the racks. Got Camaro over there. Yeah. Yeah, it is. But that's got a pretty rough tag on it. That Wasp is going to tell you about it. Once you touch his car. Slightly rusty. I'm not telling how much that thing is. Man, they just got cars stacked and everything. Oh, see there it is right there. 70 Roadrunner. Whoa. There it is. 446 pack. There you go. I wonder how much this thing is. There you go. It's got the 440 in it. It's unlocked. So yours had the console too?
Yep, mine had the steering wheel, just like that one grain steering wheel.
Wow. It's a nice car. A lot of nice cars out here. I wonder how much they want for it. Hood's popped.
Don't open the hood without somebody with you.
Wow. There you go, Dad.
I had the wood grain steering wheel just like that. Console and all just like that.
It's a nice 70 Roadrunner 446 pack.
4 on the floor.
I like that 57.
Automatic on the floor.
I wish I had this garage, just all these cars stacked in there like this. What do you think, big guy? You like them? Of course you do. You're a man. Oh, that one has a little bit of paint coming off of it. Little GTO. What do you think?
That's another Roadrunner right there.
That's like a, what is that, a 71?
72.
Yeah, 71 Roadrunner. I like that 70 right there though. That thing's nice.
Well, that might be a 72 because it's got a 340.
I wonder how much that Roadrunner is, that white one right here.
We can go ask him.
That's asking. We can only afford the Camaro like that over there.
454.
454 big block. It's a nice Chevelle. Autumn, nope, it's 4-speed. Wow.
Yeah, you don't see many 454 Chevelle.
4-speed. I don't like the vinyl top though. I've never been a vinyl top kind of guy. It's a nice car.
Yeah.
I like that 57 Chevy too though.
Oh yeah.
That thing's nice.
Oh, we got a 327 on
Maybe. It's slick.
it. It's been redone top to bottom.
You want to go ask them about the Roadrunner and get ready to hold your breath?
Yeah, I thought it's all over here.
Get that Trans Am right there.
Yeah, no, it's,
They don't have T-tops.
what is that, a 76, 75?
Somewhere around there.
455, isn't it? Like a 75 or 76.
Let's go find out. We made it back. Now we're down here. I'm gonna work on the buggy for a few minutes. We'll get some stuff done on it. That seat. That car ended up being, the guy's asking $47,000 for it, which the only thing we didn't like about it was it's not a numbers matching car. If you're gonna pay that much money, you might as well go for numbers matching and all that if you're gonna go all out. It's not a numbers matching 440. It was a 383 car originally. The paint on it, I don't know, the guy was kind of wishy-washy about it. He wasn't sure about a lot of things on it, and if we're gonna pay that kind of money, I want to know answers. You know what I mean? But anyway, and Dad didn't really, and Dad didn't really like the color of it. That wasn't his favorite color, white, and he wanted something that was a little bit more standoutish, like the orange that they had, and those colors back in the era. Mopar had the orange, and he liked the dark green like what he had, and or red or something, but he wasn't too fond of the white, he wasn't too fond of the purple. So, hey, it is what it is. So now we're going to move on to this thing. I'm going to bolt this back down. We'll get that bolted back down. I'm going to run the ground wire to the back, and right here I'm going to run and make it to, and we'll hook it up to the ground right there somewhere. So that way I can kill the engine when it doesn't want to shut off. I don't understand it. It's really weird, but oh well. What can you do? I got the switch finally installed. It's all done. That took forever to run the wire through the wire loom all the way back there to the back. I had an hour and 20 minutes. It took nearly an hour to do that. So I'm done for today down here. I got something different I got to work on tomorrow. It's a lawnmower. I got to put a mandrel on a lawnmower like this Craftsman lawnmower right here. I got to put a mandrel on one like that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Well, instead of doing some work today, me and Mini-Me back here, we're going for a cruise in the old heavy Chevy. Let's do this. Well, we're obviously back from riding in my car. I just took my son on a long ride in my car all around. Had a good time. It's dark now. Got me a little campfire going there and burning some old paperwork. But I'm actually going to start working on this old lawnmower. This is Marissa's dad's riding lawnmower. This mandrel or whatever it's called, the bearing went out in it, and I went ahead and got him another one, just a complete one. I can get just the shaft here that goes in through here, the whole shaft that goes up through there, and with the bearings in it. But that's like $24, $23 for that. This whole unit with the pulley was $30, $32 actually with shipping. So I just went with the whole thing. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So we're going to take this one apart. I got this thing up on the jack stands on the rear. I'm going to try to do it without taking the deck off. I'm going to try to do my best with that. But I'm going to take the belt off and take the blade off and probably take off this thing. And we'll address what I got to do this, because I haven't done one of these in a long time. Before I take the blade off, as you can see down here, I got to take this pulley off. I got it loose. I wedged me a pry bar in right here. Had it wedged against the deck and all that. And I took my ratchet, broke the, well, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but I broke that nut loose, so I got to take that nut off and take the pulley off. I already took the belt off, which is super easy to do anyway. So I'm going to take this pulley off, and then I'm going to take these, I'm going to take the blade off. I'm going to take the pulley off, take the blade off, and then I'm going to take these 4 nuts off, or 4 bolts off right here on the base of this. I don't know if you can see really good, it's dark in here. Get those 4 off, and that whole thing should slide out, and we'll be ready to put the new one on. Old mandrel out. You can, the bearing in it. Let's see if I can't spin it right here. Yeah, hear that doodad? Not so good. And I'm also glad I got him a new one instead of just putting the shaft in it, because 3 of these bolts on this one snapped, and I think you have to take that top bearing out. So, oh well, I'm glad I got a new one. That's why I like getting a whole complete new parts. So I'm gonna put this one in. Super easy. I gotta take off this pulley. I like this one also because it has a grease fitting on top, which this one didn't. So I like being able to grease things like this with pulleys in it. So I'm gonna take this off, slide that off. Take off these nuts too, but obviously this thing comes up through the bottom, bolts right in place. Then we'll put the pulley back on it, and this thing should be good to go. There you go, she's all done. Super easy. I really like this newer mandrel here because it has a grease fitting, as you can see. I have my light here right there on top. Really nice. I like grease fittings and stuff like that. I don't know why they quit putting them on there. I guess they just want your junk to break. But anyway, that's a super easy job to do. Before you take the blade off though, like I said, take that nut loose. You can wedge something in there on the blade to take this upper nut loose. And when you're going it back together with it, you know, just wedge something in the blade, put the blade on and wedge something in there to tighten it down. That's about the hardest part of this whole ordeal, but it's fixed, done. Her dad can mow some more yards. Greased his front end of it too for him, and whatever else had a grease fittings, check the oil on it. He should be good to go. Got a nice little campfire going on right here. Guess I'm going to call it a video. This video is kind of like all over the place. It went from working on a rail buggy to going to look at cool cars at a car lot or whatever, at a car dealer, and back to rail buggy to a car ride in my car to fixing a lawnmower. I apologize, but that's just how my life goes on the weekend, so you never know what's going to happen. So, but if you guys made it this far in the video, click that like, subscribe button. I appreciate it if you would. And like I've been saying, get out there and do something. Get out there and live what do something you've always wanted to do, or do something that you've never done before. I challenge you guys to do that. I like doing stuff like that. So, but anyway, thank you. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm gonna go sit by this fire.